You talk to yourself and in whispers and thoughts and moments no one sees. It feels strange, maybe even wrong. But what if it's not? What if it's sacred? This video reveals why your inner voice isn't madness, and it's magic. And it's smarter than you've ever imagined. Let's begin. Chapter 1, I See You. You talk to yourself. Maybe not out loud. Maybe just in your head. But you do it. In the shower. In the car. While walking alone. You rehearse conversations. You ask yourself questions. You answer them. You argue. You comfort. You repeat things you've heard. You say things you've never said to anyone else, and sometimes you wonder, is this normal? Let me tell you something. It's not just normal. It's sacred. You're not broken. You're not weird. You're not losing your grip. You're doing something ancient. Something powerful. Something that every human does, even if they pretend not to. There's a reason your mind speaks in two voices. There's a reason you hear yourself when no one else is around. And it's not madness. It's intelligence. Psychologists call it private speech. One of the first to study it was Lev Vygotsky, a brilliant Russian mind who believed that talking to yourself is how you learn, how you grow, how you think. He saw children doing it naturally, whispering instructions to themselves while building blocks or solving puzzles. And he realized this isn't a glitch. It's a feature. Vygotsky believed that inner speech is the bridge between thought and action. It's how we take raw emotion and shape it into decision. It's how we move from chaos to clarity. You do it because your brain is trying to help you. You do it because your soul is trying to guide you. And here's the wild part. The voice in your head is smarter than you think. It's not just echoing your thoughts. It's shaping them. It's testing ideas. It's rehearsing futures. It's rewriting pasts. It's trying to protect you, prepare you, push you forward. Think about it. You've had moments where you've talked yourself out of something dangerous, or into something brave. You've whispered courage to yourself before a big decision. You've soothed your own panic when no one else was around. That wasn't random. That was your mind doing its job. Your inner voice is your first responder, your strategist, your mirror, your muse, and yet we're taught to hide it, to silence it, to feel ashamed of it. As if talking to yourself is a sign of weakness, as if it means you're unstable. But what if it means the opposite? What if it means you're aware? What if it means you're evolving? Because here's the truth. People who talk to themselves are often more emotionally intelligent, more self-aware, more capable of navigating complex thoughts and feelings. They're not just reacting, they're reflecting. And reflection is how transformation begins. So next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, don't shut it down. Don't feel embarrassed. Lean in, listen, ask questions, answer them. You're not alone in there. You're in dialogue with your deepest self. You're not just thinking. You're conversing. You're not just reacting. You're rewriting. And if this is already resonating with you, if you've ever felt that strange comfort in your own voice, then this channel is for you. Soul of Phoenix is where we explore the mystic, the psychological, the emotional layers of transformation. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the moment. Hit that button. Join the journey. Your voice belongs here, because the voice you hear might not be just yours. It might be the part of you that remembers, that dreams, that dares. It might be the part of you that's been waiting to be heard. And once you start listening, really listening, you'll notice something else. The voice changes. It softens. It sharpens. It becomes clearer. It starts to sound less like fear and more like truth. That's when you know. You're not just talking to yourself, you're talking to your future. You're talking to your healing. You're talking to the version of you that's already rising. So let's keep going. Let's follow the voice deeper, because it's about to show us something unexpected. Chapter 2, The Mystic Mirror. Because the voice you hear might not be just yours. It might be the part of you that remembers, that dreams, that dares. And once you start listening, really listening, you'll notice something else. The voice changes. It softens. It sharpens. It becomes clearer. It starts to sound less like fear and more like truth. That's when you realize you're not just thinking. You're channeling. There's something ancient in the way we speak to ourselves, something ritualistic, something that feels like magic even if we don't call it that. You felt it before. That moment when you say something to yourself and it feels like it came from somewhere deeper, somewhere older, somewhere wiser. It's not just psychology, it's mysticism. When you talk to yourself, you're not just solving problems, you're invoking presence, you're summoning clarity. You're creating a mirror, not the kind that shows your face, but the kind that shows your soul. And that mirror talks back. You ask, "What am I doing?" It answers, "Becoming." You whisper, "I'm scared." It replies, "You're ready." You say, "I don't know who I am anymore." And the mirror says, "You're shedding." This is the mystic layer of self-talk. The part that doesn't just help you think, it helps you transform. It's the voice that doesn't come from logic, but from longing, from intuition, from the part of you that knows things before you can explain them. Carl Jung understood this. He believed that the unconscious speaks in symbols and archetypes in dreams, and sometimes in whispers. He said, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." That's what you're doing when you talk to yourself. You're awakening. You're not just navigating your day, you're decoding your soul. And the more you listen, the more you'll notice patterns, phrases that repeat, questions that return, words that feel like keys. You'll start to realize that your inner voice isn't random. It's ritual. It's trying to guide you through something. It's trying to show you what you're not seeing. Sometimes it speaks in riddles. Sometimes it speaks in poetry. Sometimes it speaks in silence, but it always speaks. And here's the secret. The more you respond, the more it reveals. So speak back, not just in your head and out loud, in the mirror, in the quiet, in the chaos. Say what you need to say. Ask what you need to ask. Let the voice become a conversation. Because when you do, something shifts. You stop feeling alone. You stop feeling lost. You start feeling aligned, not with the world, not with expectations, but with yourself. And that's where the transformation begins. Not in the noise, not in the advice, not in the endless scroll of opinions, but in the quiet moment when you say, "I'm here," and your soul replies, "I know. Let's keep going," because the next voice you hear might be the one you've been waiting for. Chapter 3, The Inner Critic versus Inner Ally. The next voice you hear might be the one you've been waiting for. But not every voice feels like a guide. Some feel like a wound, you know the one. The voice that says, "You're not good enough. You always mess things up. No one really cares what you think." It doesn't whisper. It stings, and the worst part? It sounds like you. That's the inner critic. The part of your self-talk shaped by fear, shame, memory, and expectation. It's not evil. It's protective, but it's also exhausting. Because it doesn't just warn you, it limits you. It tells you to stay small, to stay quiet, to stay safe. But safety isn't the same as peace, and silence isn't the same as healing. The inner critic is loud because it's scared. It learned its lines from old scripts. Things people said to you, things you said to yourself when you were hurting, things you believed because you didn't know better. And now it repeats them, over and over, until they feel like truth, but they're not. They're echoes, and echoes can be interrupted. There's another voice inside you, one that doesn't shout, one that doesn't shame, one that waits patiently for you to notice it. The inner ally. It's the part of you that says you're learning, you're growing, you're allowed to change. It doesn't erase your flaws. It embraces them. It doesn't deny your pain. It honors it. It doesn't push you to be perfect. It invites you to be real. And here's the key. Both voices are yours. But only one leads you forward. So how do you shift the balance? Start by noticing. When the critic speaks, pause. Ask, where did that come from? Was it your voice? Or someone else's? Was it true? Or just familiar? Then respond, not with denial, but with dialogue. The critic says, you failed. You say, I tried. The critic says, you're behind. You say, I'm still moving. The critic says, you'll never change. You say, I already have. This isn't toxic positivity. It's emotional honesty. It's choosing to speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love, because you are someone you love. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. The inner ally gets louder. The critic softens. The conversation shifts from punishment to possibility. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to forgive yourself. You begin to hear yourself clearly, and in that clarity something beautiful happens. You stop waiting for validation. You stop chasing approval. You start creating space for your own voice, your own truth, your own becoming. This is the power of self-talk. Not just as a tool for thinking, but as a path to healing. A way to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself. A way to become the person you've always been beneath the noise. So next time you hear that voice, the one that doubts, the one that judges, don't fight it. Don't fear it. Just answer it with kindness, with courage, with truth. Because the voice in your head isn't just smarter than you think. It's waiting to become your ally. And once it does, the transformation begins. Let's keep going. Because the next layer of this voice gone, the one that rises from silence, holds something even deeper.